Hello, and welcome back to Midwest Charge. You join me at what I think is the coolest charging station in West Virginia. We are here because of these chargers. This is now the site of a live Lincoln Electric powered charging site. So this is a rest stop in, I think it's at Beckley, West Virginia. One of the largest CCS, well really just public fast charging installations, but CCS in particular, along Interstate 64. So Interstate 64 is the interstate that cuts between Ohio and Virginia and goes through West Virginia. And for a very long time now, there's been really poor infrastructure when it comes to CCS. So quite a few companies, Circle K, EVgo, Electrify America, I don't know why I blanked on that one, have a few stations set up on the Virginia border where West Virginia and Virginia meet, over in, I think it's Wytheville. I'll put the name on screen because I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing it wrong. But that helps a little bit, but still having virtually nothing accessible in West Virginia is not cool. Now, while I say virtually nothing, some of you are going to be like, well, Antonio, there are CCS chargers in West Virginia. And that is true, but they are mostly 1 or 2 stall installations at a dealership. And I don't consider those to be a super reliable charging source. In late 2022, I used to have a Chevy Bolt, and I would road trip to Florida frequently taking this route. And I would have to go from Dayton, Ohio to Charleston, West Virginia, and charge at the Hyundai dealership in Charleston up to like 90%. It was incredibly expensive. There was usually at least one of the 2 chargers blocked. So it was just not a fun time. If anybody else was there, you'd have to wait potentially an hour or more. So this is a much needed charging stop for sure. So here, if you want to kind of zoom out for the viewers here, we have 8 stalls, 150 kilowatts apiece. You have either NACS or CCS. You can see here. So this is Amphenol PCD cables, just like, oh my gosh, who else uses those? Oh, ChargePoint. So ChargePoint likes to use these. These are air-cooled, flexible cables. They're about 12 feet long, so not very long, but they get the job done. There's plenty of parking space here. You can see there's, wide lines, easy access to park. So the bollards are right up against the equipment, allows you to back in if you have like a weird charge port placement or something with your vehicle. For example, like the Mustang Mach-E, where it's behind, well, it's not behind the front fender, but where the charging port is behind the front wheel, that kind of thing. So very accessible, pretty easy to find. Yeah, it's a pretty awesome site. All right, let's talk amenities and specs. This is at a public rest stop. So you've got, I think 3 restaurants, a Popeyes, a Wendy's, a Starbucks. We'll go into that in a little bit, and we'll show you some B-roll as well. But out here, we have tons of parking, good areas if you want to kind of pan the camera around real quick. Multiple great areas for walking your pets. You can actually see over there someone's walking their dog. So lots of little grassy spots, trash cans, both, for pet waste, but also for just regular, trash, food, that kind of thing. So yeah, as far as amenities go, seems pretty good. We have lighting above each one of these. So you can see right there is a light, and there's one over every individual stall. There are cameras as well around, it's about every other stall or so. So there's good camera coverage, good lighting coverage. There's also the super tall, I forget what those are called, but like the sodium vapor lights basically that light up the entire area around here. So very good lighting, good security. Glad to see it. All right, let's talk charger specs. So here we have a Lincoln Electric 150 kilowatt Velion 150 unit. This one's name is Laurel. I don't know why they're named, but hey, they're named very similar to EVgo, where they have kind of unique, fun little names, which is pretty cool. So each one of these has a NACS and a CCS cable. They are both 300 amp rated. So you can see they, this one is REMA. So the CCS REMA cables, good cables, 200 to 1000 volts DC. So a vehicle like a Lucid Air would do just fine here in the upper 900 volt range. As far as the hardware itself goes, seems pretty sturdy. They have an experimental unit that I looked at about a month and a half ago. Pretty cool little charger. 300 amps is not a ton of power, but News Coolum actually let me know that I think it was the Mercedes-Benz charge network has been keeping track of average charging speeds across their sessions, and it's somewhere in the range of 87 kilowatts. So 150, 125 to 150 is I think still plenty, more than enough, and certainly way faster than anything else in the West Virginia area. So this is really good to see. We've got 39 cents per kilowatt hour here, which is a very reasonable price, actually. They have tap to pay, and I believe, no, actually, this is just tap to pay. So if your card does not support tap to pay, you will probably have to call them, and they may be able to help you there. But they do have phone numbers listed on the unit and on the screen, which is really good to see. 39 cents per kilowatt hour, like I said, seems very reasonable. Certainly much less expensive than the larger networks like EVgo or Electrify America. All right, let's go ahead and get ourselves plugged in here. We're at about a 15 or 16% state of charge. So we are going to not grab the CCS handle this time. All right, so we're gonna grab the next handle, which is also rated 300 amps up to 1000 VDC, same as the CCS cable. That's good to see. I think it was about a month ago, I was at a Circle K, maybe it was a month and a half, and they had a 300 amp CCS cable and a 350 amp NAX cable, which, I mean, more power is always better, but why they didn't just have 350 amps for both, no clue. So let's go ahead and get plugged in. These are pretty short cables. So if you want to zoom out real quick and show the viewers kind of how we parked here. So we've got like a regular size parking space. We're parked totally normally, but you can see here the cable length is pretty short. This is like maybe a 12 or a 13 foot cable, if that. Yeah, it's kind of difficult to get to. So that's a bit of a bummer. You might have to move around a bit depending on where your port location is. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my card and tap it on the payment terminal down here. So it puts a $45 hold on your card. Seems like an odd number. Well, I've seen a lot of them that'll do like a $50 hold, but not a lot of 45s. So you can see here, start a session, tap your credit card, estimated cost 39 cents per kilowatt hour. And it is communicating now, which is good. So you can do it out of order. And it seems to be thinking. Let's see if it, there we go. So we got some clicking out of this power cabinet here. Yeah, so the way it works is we have 150 kilowatt power cabinets. So you can split power 75-75. So power cabinet 1 belongs to the charger on the end. Power cabinet 2 belongs to this charger, power cabinet 3 to this one, so on and so forth. So if someone else came and plugged into CCS, which I'm not totally sure how they would, because the spacing here, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, so you have 8 spaces for 8 stalls, but it looks like you might be able to squeeze an extra car in if things got really busy. Started at 15% state of charge, we're up to 17 already, and we are pulling the max 300 amps, which is going to be about 106, 107 kilowatts at this state of charge. And there we go. Working great.
They have a couple bathroom. A lot of them, probably like 20 or more. They have like ATM machine. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, it was a pretty nice rest stop. They had it was a gift shop, a Popeyes, a Wendy's, and a Starbucks.
Yes.
Yeah, full Starbucks. So they had like indoor, outdoor service, a whole bakery. Like Patrick said, tons of restrooms. So yeah, really nice spot. Quite a few areas outside to sit as well. Lots of, I guess, what do they call this? Picnic tables. Picnic tables with umbrellas and stuff as well to kind of help with some shading and all that. All right, we checked out the chargers, we checked out the area. Looks like a good spot. These stations have been open for just under 2 months. But my impressions are overall pretty positive. There's lots of parking. It's clearly marked that, you know, this is for EV charging. The interior amenities are awesome. The exterior amenities are awesome. Having lots of grass for your pets, lots and lots of places to sit down, good places to eat, more tables and chairs inside. Overall, I mean, it's a pretty solid stop. So yeah, charging speed seemed all right from my side. But Patrick, what did you think of the rest stop and the chargers?
Oh, I think you're right. I like your charging speed. It was pretty good. And also the area is nice. You don't have to feel bored. If you're hungry, there is a few restaurants you can get something to eat. And also I really like the bathroom, so clean, nice area to take a rest.
Yeah, for sure. So overall, great stop. Thanks so much for going on this adventure with us and watching this video. I'll see you next time on Midwest Charge.
Bye.